Hello and welcome to the Human Talk Podcast, the podcast where humans talk. This is an interview-style podcast where I ask our guests questions about anything and everything. Podcasts are always full of high-profile guests such as celebrities and billionaires. I'm here to talk to normal, everyday people and see what they think about the world. I am your host, Jacob Walker, and today I'm joined by a whole slew of people. Welcome, Kylie Moll.
Hello.
Kari Lucas.
What's up?
gracie.konz.
Hi, Jacob.
And Carsen Bruns.
Hello.
I heard everybody. How you guys doing today?
So good. How
Great.
are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing so good. This is the first in-person podcast that I've ever done. Very excited to get it started. All of these people have different likes, dislikes, skills, and ideas, but they all share one thing in common. Everyone here is a senior in high school that all participates in student council. Why did you guys join student council?
I thought it looked good on colleges.
That's fair.
That was my main thing.
Do you actually care about the people, or you
Not
just
at
care about
all.
the college? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I actually joined because a girl was moving out of our school and she was gonna join, and she was like, "Actually, I'm moving. I don't need this anymore." And so she threw the election packet away, and I grabbed it, and I was like, "I guess I'll do that," and I like it. So yeah.
Do you know what they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
That's
They do say that.
They do say
Exactly.
that. When do they say that? Wait, have you ever heard that in real life?
Just now.
Okay, you got me there. What about you, Kay?
Well, when I decided to join student council, my life was kind of just up in the air. I had no idea what was going to happen, and I wanted to have something that I know I could do and I could do well, and that could hold that spot in my life, and so I did student council. So.
What about you, Kay?
I think I joined it mostly for colleges, but also I don't like being not busy. I like being busy all the time and doing things and feeling productive. And I just wanted to be around a bunch of ambitious people so that I didn't lose that myself.
So, what do you think the best event, or your favorite event that you've done for student council has been?
Prom. That was so fun
Prom.
planning prom.
Yeah,
was
It was
so
all
good.
of us who played on prom, and so that was insane. It
Yeah.
was sitting there, seeing the people, having fun and enjoying the prom we planned, and it was just unreal.
Yeah, I don't know why I had to think about that. It was easily prom.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you looked like you had so much fun the
Oh.
entire night. You were doing the music the whole time.
Yeah.
You were just standing there, you jumping around. I don't think you realized how many girls came up and flirted with you at prom. People were hanging on and be like, "Can I get a selfie with you?" And you're like, "No."
Someone tried to pay you to play.
Yeah, you want to tell that? Tell the
Yeah.
story. Tell the story.
So this kid came up to me, paid me $20 to play Gangnam Style, and I didn't do it. I gave his money back.
He's too good of a person. Carson's too good.
It just didn't fit. The Gangnam Style didn't fit. I would have
Yeah,
played it.
the hype.
If it was just me and him, the kid who paid me, I would have done it.
He's the
I
only
think
one who showed
that's
up.
the only if he was the only one there, he'd be the person asking for all the music anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it a lot.
Playing
He
Gangnam
came up a
Style is
lot.
my jam.
I think he was flirting too.
He was hanging on your shoulder, Carson.
Man.
You want to play Gangnam
He was
Style?
just in it for the Gangnam Style.
I think is that the only reason he came?
That's the only reason he flirted with me.
Oh. How does that feel, Carson?
I feel used.
You were used. What about you, Grace? Was it also prom?
It was not.
What?
I think that my favorite. Well, first of all, I was not at prom. I was in Arizona.
Oh,
So.
that's true.
My favorite event was Ball for Bucks last year. Not even actually the event. I setting up for it because we were at school until 11 o'clock the night before. And we were so tired. And we all started doing crazy stuff. And Audrey Pletchus was pretending to snort streamers. It was so weird. And then we were there at 5 a.m. the next morning, and Mitch was shaving Harrison's head.
What do you mean 5 a.m.? I got there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it
You
was-
guys got there later.
It was really crazy early because the news was there, so we had to be there for them, I guess. I don't know. And then we were trying to throw this big whale over the rafters. Yeah.
Not a real whale. Peter, don't.
No, Peter is the people who kills Will. Dude, Peter's so
they'd
bad.
still be mad about it.
Yeah, they try to cancel us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Don't cancel us.
Yeah, are we getting canceled for throwing
It
whales?
was a
Yeah.
blow up whale.
Yeah, it was a balloon.
Yeah, it was just a big thing. I think Ben took one home.
Probably.
Probably. He's got one sitting in his room, watching him at all times.
Yeah, that was my favorite event. I like Ball for Bucks too.
What about you, Kevin?
I think prom, because it was the first event where people like got together and really like got the Rampart spirit going, and I think it kicked off the rest of the events for the year. So I really like that.
Did.
I think it really gives a good impression for next year's too. Like, this is what your juniors did, and like now you're seniors, and how well we can plan this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
If we can pull that off during a pandemic year, imagine what we can pull off in a regular school year.
Yeah.
Sophomores have to step up.
Sophomores, I trust the
We set the
sophomores.
precedent.
No,
Yeah,
we didn't set the president. I'm the
Precedent.
I know. We set the president. You guys know Biden?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I don't.
No, I
No, you know him personally?
Yeah, I know
Get him on the
him
phone. Get him on the phone.
Hey, yo, Bob.
My
He's my
Nona
contact.
sat next to him at church one time.
Hey, Grandpa.
Actually, that might have been Clinton. I'm not sure. She sat next to one president.
Wait, really?
Like, if this is a real story?
Is that church?
Yeah, like a real story. Like they were at this. They used to live like my grandpa was in the military, and so they were in Washington D.C. and they went to church where Bill Clinton goes to church, and so they only went there for like a little bit because they wanted to like see how many people and like see the president and all that. And so then when they were going up for communion, my nonna went up to communion and like did communion right next to Bill Clinton.
Yo. Now
Is
she
into? Like,
she can
is that
say-
why she-
Yeah, that's what she went. She went up to do communion next to Bill Clinton.
she can say she's had a meal with the president.
Yeah, she she also has like this teacup that George Washington drank out of.
Wow, how much is that? How expensive is that?
I don't know, but
It's just
I
like-
mean, I
yeah.
think it was like a family heirloom because like her maiden name's like Von Horn, and they had like this plantation way back then.
That's not
and-
Washington.
She
How
was
did they get Washington?
No,
She was
like
married to George
no, like they had this like Von
What?
Horn like plantation or something, and George Washington went there and like eat one time or something, and so they kept this little teacup, and it's just a family heirloom.
Speaking of George Washington, I had this shower thought last night. Because of the quarter, since he's on the quarter, George Washington still probably makes more decisions, like just by flipping coins,
Yo,
than any
Yo.
other president.
that is true.
Yeah.
Carsen,
Washington.
you're so smart.
Carson, that's genius.
That's gonna keep me up at
My
night.
brain only works in the shower.
Is that it?
Yeah,
We need
that's
to
it.
bring water around you at all times. Just sprinkle.
That'd be constantly moist.
That's the worst. What are you, a salamander?
You're like a seal. You have to like make sure they're always being misted.
Where do you guys want to do or go for college?
Okay. Like I have my life all figured out right now. So first, I'm gonna try to get recruited for volleyball.
Okay.
Where?
Well, that's the thing. I made a list of 62 Division II schools
That's a lot.
that I'm gonna send video to. Well, because when you're trying to get recruited, you want to keep your options open because there's gonna be a lot of people who say no.
That's a lot of options.
Yeah, and so
That's
you
a lot
want
of
to keep your
things.
like my coach who she sent video to like 100 coaches. So
Wow.
like 62 is kind of small still, especially because it's just Division II schools. And then my number one choice would be Nebraska Kearney because I could get a full ride scholarship there because I have an over a 3.5 GPA and an 1140 on my SATs. So
That's pretty good.
you know that so that's like my main. And then my backup plan is to go to University of Wisconsin-Madison because that's like my dream school. It's where my grandparents went and where they met and when they got married. So like my dream school is University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I could get in-state tuition because I want to go into education. And so for the School of Education, you can get in-state tuition if you pledge to teach in Wisconsin for 3 years after you graduate to help the teacher shortage. So
That's
I have my life
That's
all figured
why do you?
out.
That's so much already there.
Yeah.
That's how my family is, but with Iowa college,
Really?
university. Yeah.
Is that where you want to go, or where do you want to go?
It's on the list. Yeah.
Okay,
You were
is
trying
your
to do
list
grad
62
college?
colleges
No,
long?
no.
What are your like
It's
top
like-
choices?
Top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Oregon,
State?
Washington State. No, Oregon, Washington State, Iowa.
Are you gonna try to do track?
Yeah, all of them.
That-
I have to run track.
Yeah, I think probably Washington would be the best for track.
Yeah.
I think is what that
I
is.
agree.
Also, Oregon is a good school at everything.
Are
Yeah,
you thinking
I
Oregon
prefer-
Tech or
Like
just Oregon?
Oregon
Oregon
Sabrina went there.
University.
Oregon
Okay.
Ducks, baby.
Oregon Ducks.
Oregon Ducks.
Whack.
I have a friend who goes to Oregon. She
Really?
loves it. Yeah.
Is she a duck?
No.
Yes. Serious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well like yeah, yeah.
You don't even know her. She's literally a duck.
Yeah, you would know her. She goes to a different school.
She doesn't speak English. She just
She
tracks.
went to Rampart. I mean.
She was a ram.
Yeah, she was
Whoa.
very
Ram duck?
Mutant.
Ruck? Oh, mutant. What about you, Kylie?
It's like that TikTok of the
I don't know. I'm really only thinking about schools in California. I'm looking at all the
Me too.
UCs right now.
I'll go.
Mostly UC Irvine though. That's like my top choice.
Ooh, Irvine's
Is
pretty
that
good.
in northern or southern?
Southern.
Isn't that really hard to get into?
UC Irvine, 33%.
Okay.
So not
Okay.
too bad. I don't know.
So, Carsen, I know everybody here has different political beliefs. Carsen, what do you think? What's your political belief?
What do you think?
What do you think about politics, huh?
Okay, so I like got into like thinking about it. Like freshman year, I was super like Republican. That's where I was. That's where I stood. And then Black Lives Matter happened, and I started leaning to the other side. Then I realized that both of them are stupid. Both of them.
Yeah, parties are stupid.
Yeah,
Everybody's
parties are stupid. Parties are stupid. That's what they want us to do. Is they want us to hate each other. So now I guess I identify as independent.
Yeah.
Or like just not even
Libertarian.
Not even anything.
Libertarian doesn't have to be independent.
Yeah.
Like, independent can be absolutely
But
nothing.
libertarian is more far righter.
No, there's libertarian can be far left or far right. Like,
It's-
my stepdad is right in the middle of libertarian. Because there are definitely, like, Republican libertarians and Democratic libertarians.
Libertarians just don't want anybody in their business.
Yeah, libertarians
That's all
basically.
libertarians.
Libertarians
I'm
are
doing my own
basically
thing.
do what you want when you want, as long. No, okay,
As long
so
as you don't hurt anybody.
that's right in the middle. The like middle exact thing for libertarian, and this could be wrong. Take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. Like the exact middle libertarian is do what you want when you want, as long as you're not affecting other people in a negative way.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I gonna say? There was this funny clip. We'll get back on track in like a second, but
I know what clip you're talking about. Yeah,
Driver's license?
yes. Oh my god. Go ahead, Chris. It's
Okay,
all you.
So like it's like a libertarian conference, and this the question was should they have to have a driver's license to be on the road? And then like everybody was like absolutely not, no way. And then like it was like a leader, right? Like,
Yeah,
a
it was a guy
leader
from
comes up and he's
Florida.
like, I'd like for that.
Oh, no,
to
that's
have-"
Gary Johnson. He was the guy who ran for Libertarian in 2016. And basically what was happening was it was like the Libertarian convention trying to see who they were going to pick. And so they were like, do you think people should have a driver's license to drive cars? And somebody was like, nope. They're like, no. And then some guy gets real fiery. He's like, what's next? Having a license to make toast in your own damn toaster. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And then Gary Johnson is a reasonable guy. He goes, well, I think there should be some competency. And just from around the room, you just say, boom. It's so funny.
Oh no.
I've never heard of that.
Oh man, it's the funniest clip. I love politics for some of the things that happen. What about you, Grace?
I would say that I am on the right side of libertarianism because my parents are libertarian. Well, that's not why, but I think that I value my freedom over anything, and I don't like people telling me what to do. So, yeah, and I think a lot of my political beliefs kind of stem from my like religious beliefs because I think that Jesus is king, so we shouldn't like need earthly leaders to be like acting as things. And I think what Carsen said was kind of right on because both political parties are just kind of distractions, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's like,
Everyone in the government is corrupt.
yeah, exactly. It's very true. And yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of like elite people out there that are not good people.
Yeah.
That's why when everyone always like talks to people in student council, like, you guys should run for actual politics. We're
good
not
people.
corrupt enough to run for politics. And I think good people do run for politics, but then they get corrupted by the system that we have already.
Well, I mean, that's kind of contradictory though. Like, both of us said we wanted to get it for our own gain. Like, we wanted to both get it for college.
You guys are the
We are
politicians.
corrupt.
You guys are the
Like, are you poli
politicians.
sci?
What about you, Kari?
My family is super Republican, and so, but when I look at it, like, I don't care. It's like, as long as it doesn't affect my life, go for it.
I think most politics will affect your life in the next year, though,
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
gonna get
And
old.
college.
Yeah,
It
so-
affects you a lot. When
But
you
I'll
go
worry
to
about it
college.
when I get there.
What do you mean? You have 62 different plans. I'll worry about it when I get there with
But
my
none of them are in
77.
California, so.
Okay, that's true.
And I didn't really apply apply to like any like private colleges either.
Okay.
So there's no privates on there. They're all public. They're all like under like 15K.
That's
So.
good.
What?
Imagine.
Well, after aid too. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Kylie? What do you think?
I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know too much about politics. I really like to learn about it, but I want to learn more.
Me too.
But I'd say that I'm on the left. Like, I think I'm moderate, but I'd say I'm definitely further on the left, because if I look at like individual beliefs, a lot like more of the like boxes I would check would be more in line with the Democratic Party.
Right.
I think so too, but like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I can't say
no,
I'm
because I
for
don't
the
want to
Democrats.
fight. I don't want to
Yeah.
clash.
No, I would like to fight.
Yeah,
But,
I'll
like,
debate for
but, like,
hours.
When you say when you just have to say it, people are gonna make so many assumptions.
Yeah,
about
they
you.
make everything. They're
But,
like,
like,
oh,
it
that
might
means
not
they
be right.
love the president.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Feel like there's a lot of things that even because everybody knows that I'm Republican, everybody knows it.
No, everybody.
But no, there's a lot of things that like socially, like I definitely agree with that are people say it's like more liberal, like women
Right.
are awesome, like go feminism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like then there's
Exactly.
things that it's like
And then,
you know.
they take it too far. Like
Yeah.
for some things, like
Right.
Yeah.
like man spreading. Why was that such a big thing?
I was so stupid. Did you see the one chair that they designed? Okay,
Yeah.
there was a thing. I think it was a British television where they gave women like a pouch to put on that like whatever, and they automatically started manspreading, and they were like, "Whoa, I'm so sorry, you guys."
There was this one thing. It was like a Russian thing. They were on the train. These Russian women would like spray bleach on these guys' pants.
Ah!
They were man spreading.
That's
So, like,
illegal.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think that's assault, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battery.
Yeah, assault and battery.
Like yeah, it's just like that's what the thing. It distracts
Yeah.
you from the genuine issues
Like,
that women face.
There's too many unimportant political issues that we could throw away and
Yeah.
it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah,
like
I think-
video
Exactly.
games is the one big thing that everyone focuses on, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are studies that show that like there's like again all on the spur. I don't know like the actual I don't know all the stuff, but video games don't inherently cause violence. People who have violent tendencies already will
Yeah,
play violent
exactly.
video games.
That's like
It's-
saying Hot Wheels cause car crashes.
Like sure, like we've all played Fortnite. Are we any different from when we started playing the game and like now?
no.
Like,
It's
are we
the immature
do we all
people
decide
who
like,
they
oh my
focus
god, I
on.
want shooting, I want shooting so bad. No.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a politician now.
I think the biggest problem with politics is the media, because it likes to focus on spectacles instead of actual like things that are happening in politics. So it focuses on like things that normal people are doing instead of what's actually happening in law. And
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
all-
what I hate
You
about
can't
media-
find a unbiased media source, whether
I
it's
hate media.
No, I
It's
can.
so hard to
Right.
find stuff that you
British
trust.
television. Because the United
Fair.
like no, that's the thing though. The US news media and like everything's always competing to be on air.
Yeah.
They need the funding, so they need people to be interested. British television is funded by the government, so they tell you the news. They're like, yeah, today 15 people got on a train and didn't get off the train.
For some reason.
For some reason, we're still trying to figure it out.
But yeah, like the media, it's like it's all bad news. When's the last time you heard something good on the media? It's annoying how like just like you turn on the news and it's just all this crappy
But
bad stuff.
That's the only thing that keeps people's attention. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather? What would catch your attention more? Seeing this company just raised $10,000 for unspecific charity, or 15 people today were brutally murdered in Iraq.
Yeah.
Which would
Well-
keep your attention more?
The first one because I wouldn't want to watch the second one.
No, that's true.
I turn it off. Goodbye.
Shoot, my entire argument
Oh,
is
Friends is
invalid.
Hope Friends is on.
Friends.
What's Friends?
I'm gonna watch Guy Fieri. His driving dives.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my gosh, that's on all the time. in my house.
Like, never stop.
Triple G, that's my
Triple
favorite.
G, yeah.
Have you guys ever actually been to a restaurant that Guy Fieri's been to?
There's
Yeah.
one in
Okay.
Arizona.
There's a lot. There's one in Denver too that we went to.
Boulder.
Yeah.
this-
Yeah.
There's one in Fort Collins that I went to.
Yeah, I went to one in Santa Barbara.
How long has that show been?
Also in
on?
Vegas.
Oh, a long
We
time.
went,
Oh.
we went to Buddy Velasco's cake restaurant.
I went
Ooh.
to Bobby Flay's burger place. It was pretty good in
Guy
Vegas.
Fieri falls in the political spectrum.
He just is like, who can make my hair look the best?
Who make the biggest burger?
who make a good burger?
Presidential debates, just a burger flipping contest.
Wait, Jacob, you didn't say where you fall on the.
Oh, yeah.
political-
Oh, I guess I can. I'm the commentator. I don't fall, but I don't fall. I always stand tall. I genuinely don't know where I fall on the political spectrum. I know I don't want to be aligned with a political party because partisan lines are the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, I've been getting these ads on YouTube for the past 2 weeks where it's like, listen up, Republicans are so awful right now. I'm like, that's so stupid. But I think I probably fall along the lines of people deserve to be happy.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they deserve to do what they can do to be happy.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
There's no reason to fall when like you can just focus on individual
Right.
issues.
Right.
And like if you
Like,
go
there's
on
no
that
need-
basis, like I definitely agree with that too.
Right. Because then I can jump around depending on like what that is.
Exactly.
But
'Cause, like-
politics are so simple when you take it down to like core beliefs that don't align with any like specific thing. But when you bring it out to like gay rights, women's rights, gun rights, like stuff
Right.
like that, economics, and like
It's a lot
how much
more
welfare should we put
complicated.
in, like it gets a lot more tough to
No.
think about.
This is the one thing though that I agree with Republicans on because they've been very adamant about this since it happened. Why did we go off the gold standard?
What is
Our
that?
money is worthless now.
Well, it's getting more worthless too. Inflation is up like 600%.
That's like one of the only things I don't understand why we ever did that in politics. So before
that's why cryptocurrency is a thing now.
1940, 1950, all of our money was backed by gold. So
Okay.
a dollar was worth an amount of gold that was matched that.
And
So
we had
had that gold.
You could only print as much money
as we had gold.
Okay.
In I don't know,
19.
but so in a year the government went, we want all your gold, give us your gold and we'll give you money, and then they sold the gold. So now our dollar is backed by nothing. So our dollar is backed by
It's
trust.
just paper.
So so if they keep printing money, stuff will become less and less. Like there was a financial crisis in Zimbabwe, where at one point they had $1 billion bill, and it was
remember
worthless.
that.
It was worthless because they just kept printing
Printing
money.
more money, yeah.
Yeah.
So they had to reset their entire currency system.
Yeah.
And
I can't really wrap my head around that. Like, that's crazy.
It's something I don't understand why they ever did it. I don't get it.
I'm considering minoring in economics just so I can understand what is going on because I have
That's
no
my
clue
own
how to think of it.
Me too.
Because like it doesn't relate to my major at all, but I really want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Are you majoring in
Who do we
politics?
owe money to?
No, I considered it, but I'm not going to.
I just don't want to be a politician. I would.
Oh gosh.
I think it-
Public speaking is like.
I'd be a politician if I could reset the entire political spectrum.
Yeah.
I would be a politician. Yeah.
I'll be the global ruler.
I just can't deal with all the backstabbing of it all.
Both
Oh,
sides
shit.
They don't care.
use an issue not even to because of the issue. They use it against each other just so
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
put the other side down.
Just,
can
just
tell.
to,
It's a tool.
Split it.
I
Just
feel
to
like most
cause
issues have become tools for politicians in this
Oh, yeah.
giant game of
For
chess
sure.
They don't
that
actually
they're playing.
care about
They
helping
don't care.
people.
They live in their big old mansions at the top of their house.
Yeah.
And
Because
then-
you can see how so much Joe Biden has done for the Black Lives Matter movement, which is zero.
It's done nothing. He used that during his political
Exactly.
campaign. He's like, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. First 100 days in office, absolutely nothing. Silence.
What has he done? He
He ate a chocolate chip ice cream.
I like the one of Hillary Clinton. She's like, "Hi, I'm in Cedar Rapids."
Yeah.
just chilling.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah. that
I
one.
saw this.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Did you hear
They should have put.
everybody thought she was gonna win, so even Disney started making their animatronic president early.
That's
I
funny.
was
and
in
then they were like,
Whole
oh,
Foods when I
Donald Trump,
found
so
out
we
who
had to change
won.
it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You think they use the same base? They use the
No,
Hillary
the
Clinton
same
animatronic?
facial
Yeah.
structure. What was I talking about though? In it was November when it was crazy political season.
Yeah.
I lost a huge friend that I'd been because he just went completely radical and I just couldn't be friends with him anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's another problem with politics. It's become
It's so
It gets
different.
into
No,
like
it's very
friendships
divisive.
and
Yeah.
relationships.
It should we are all different. I don't know. I just couldn't deal with it really
Right.
because we didn't align anywhere. And we've been friends for so long. It was just
I think people should just respect other people's beliefs.
Yeah.
I know, there's so much of that going on.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have your opinions,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's also important to hold your tongue when other people don't have your same opinion. You have to be willing to understand that people will not always agree with you. That's something that always happens in the world. I don't agree with Carsen because he likes tomatoes. Sorry, Carsen. For everyone, Carsen walked out of the room. He's gone. But I still respect him as a person. I respect all that he's done. I respect every single person here because of the work they put in. I don't care about your political beliefs. I don't care about that. That's not something that should be the basis of a relationship.
Unless you don't like tomatoes.
Yeah, sorry, Carsen.
That's not a compromisable.
But I think there's a limit to that. Like, not
Yeah, there
caring
is
about,
definitely a limit
like,
to
if
that.
it's like racist or like
Right.
anything like that.
Politics is just a game of tug of war. That's all it is. That's
Politics
what
is
it's
just
been.
who gets what.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's always back and forth too. Like 4 years, people will complain about the Democrats, so it'll become Republican, maybe Democrat.
In 4
Well,
years.
4 years-
Because it
taking
motivates
over.
people to
I'm
vote.
taking
Yeah.
Like
over.
not having their president.
And
Right.
the biggest thing right now is because the Republicans, well, it's hard because the, what's it called, the judicial branch?
Yeah, the Supreme Court.
Yeah. The Supreme Court is technically 6-3 right now in favor of Republicans, but justices should only have multiple opinions.
Yes,
I don't
that's
like
true. I don't.
They do because
But they do
But they-
because it's a
I think
politically
we should
charged
have
thing.
people that are independent.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
The judicial branch is not technically it's a branch of the government, but it has no say in government issues besides what's given to them. For that reason and that reason alone, the branch of government, the judicial branch, needs to be the most independent and important branch of the government to check the other two.
Yeah.
Over time, we've lost that
Yeah.
because of partisan lines. We've lost the independence of the judicial branch in favor of bribery, just the partisan lines there.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, there was, I almost said justice, like Batman.
Justice.
Before there was justice, now there's
Where
politics.
people were good, now people are bad.
Now people bad. I think we reset.
What are we
I don't mean to get political or anything, but you guys like eggnog?
Eggnog.
I love eggnog.
Yeah, with like,
Why?
I really like chai tea, and so like kind of tastes like chai tea.
Have you guys ever had chamba chai? It's like the best chai tea ever. I'm
Chamba
addicted
chai?
to chai tea.
Where like
Is
where
that
do you
like-
get it?
Kind of sounds like
I think you
kombucha.
can get it at Costco.
It's
But
like
I think you
Jamba
might
juice,
be able
but
to get it
Jamba
at
chai?
Walmart. I don't know.
I can make like my own chai. Like I have like a little milk frother that like makes the milk all puffy and foamy, and it's really fun to make chai. Exciting.
Keep going. Keep going. Explain the
Yeah, 'cause
process.
I have to find a new Dutch Bros order because I always get the same thing. I'm so boring like that, and so I need
Get a blend of
whoever's
banana
listening to this,
rebel.
give me your Dutch Bros order.
I finally
'cause
went
need
to
a new
Dutch
one.
Bros for the first time Wednesday.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got an Italian soda.
Italian sub.
I got. I think it was.
An Italian cream soda or just like the soda?
No, I think it was just peach and lemon. I was just like, I've never been here before. I heard you have Italian sodas. What flavors do you
The
have?
fire lizard.
Did you
one.
like it?
And then I chose the first flavor that she said. It was okay. It was pretty good.
Did you get a tropical soda?
I don't want
I
to.
don't like those.
I don't like artificial coconut. Like the flavor of artificial coconut is gross. Like Almond Joys and Mounds, they're good, but artificial coconut flavoring, like in ice, like ice cream, not ice cream, like slushies. I just don't like it.
I went to Dutch with Sydney Jones one time, and she got a tropical something, and then she was like, "Can I have?" Or she was like, "Are extra pumps of coconut like more money?" And they were like, "No." And she was like, "I'll take 6 pumps." And we were like, "Okay." And we all tried it. It was just coconut overload.
Can you just dump the coconut thing into my drink?
I just want the coconut
Vending
syrup.
machine.
Yeah, just
So I can
dang.
pump it into my mouth.
Is she drink it like a gerbil?
Get an IV of coconut syrup.
People have asked me for, because we have like vanilla iced coffee at work, and people have asked me to do like, because we do like this much milk, they've asked me to do all of that with vanilla, like vanilla syrup. So it's just coffee and vanilla syrup.
Oh wow.
Because I'm so disgusting.
Is Chick-fil-A coffee any good, or is it just
yes.
like?
No, I like
I
it.
hate it.
I like the frozen
The
coffees.
frosted coffees are really good.
I don't like the
but
actual coffee
iced
because I don't like
is
coffee very much, but I like the frozen coffees.
Yeah, I haven't built up. I'm more of a tea person. I'm
Me
like
too.
kind of British that way.
This is not a conspiracy, but it is at the same time kind of.
I love
Because
it.
it's true.
I think all of those crime shows and like shows that glorify cops were created in cahoots with our
the
justice
government and
system
the cops.
to make
Exactly.
sure that
Exactly.
the police look good.
Exactly. No, that's literal proof. There's like, no. In like,
I started something bad.
You got it, Carson.
no. This
You
is
got it,
true.
Carson. You got
This
it.
is true. In like Godzilla movies, if they want to use like props from the government, they have to paint them in a good light. They have
Right.
to, or they're not allowed
Yeah,
to
like,
use their stuff.
like,
With
uh,
Apple
Or it's
products.
illegal.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have villains use Apple products in.
That's
movies.
why.
Are you serious?
That's why. Okay, yeah. That's why in Knives Out, I already knew who the villain was.
That's why we eat the rich.
Spoiler. What? Spoilers. It was. Oh no.
It was
Chris Evans'
Chris Evans,
character.
yeah.
But he was
Knives
using.
Out was such a good movie.
He
my
wasn't
gosh,
using
I
an
love
Apple phone. He was using an Android. Because the villain
They
can't have
ruined it.
Apple. Come on.
Come on.
Eat the
You
rich.
ruined the whole movie for us.
The movie
I
had like
said
60 plot
spoilers.
twists.
I know.
That was a
it
I'm
good
not gonna watch
movie.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, like I watched it with my parents and my dad was like, I didn't really like it. And I was like, what the heck? Like, how do you not like it? He's like, I didn't really connect with the characters.
Have you guys ever been sledding on the sand dunes?
No,
No.
I really
Yeah,
want
that
to.
sounds dope.
I've never been, and we tried with regular sleds the last time we were there, but you have to have like I almost said lube. You have to have grease or wax on the bottom of your sled.
Yeah.
You can go volcano sledding in Honduras, and I really want to do that.
Oh my gosh,
but you can like.
Do you
Honduras,
race
we didn't do
a
that.
volcano? Like they're like, all right,
Lava.
erupt the volcano. And lava starts flowing out. You're like, no,
Yeah.
go, run.
You like get on this mat and you just like
You have to
go
sign,
down
like,
the side
8
of a
waivers.
volcano.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Or like the Alpine roller coaster, the one where you just like go down the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I did that once, and then
Really?
but I made the mistake of not going in front, so I had to wait for my brother, who was like holding onto the. No,
stop.
It's just like stop, Carson. You're too close.
Guys, I did not bumper cars. Stop it.
Sit on bumper cars.
The brake just breaks like from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Nah,
Water.
I'd rather have that happen. No, I'm just
You just fly off the
so
side.
he goes faster.
Worth it.
Yeah, when I go sledding, we normally go to Mountain Ridge, and so this last time we went sledding, we started up by like where like the little like trailers are, and we like went down, like jumped the little place by the sidewalk, and like went down like between the trees. Yeah, and then one year when I did that, and then like the little like dip, like the little ditch, like between like the sidewalk, like at the bottom, my sled just ramped in and I went flying.
Last time I went sledding, I saw the Raven guy.
Yeah.
So
Something you
he's
can do,
everywhere.
like sledding wise, that not a lot of people think about, but you can do it during the summer. Ice sledding. You just
Yeah,
get a big
doing ice
block of
block?
ice,
Yeah.
and then you ride the ice block down.
Yeah, they did that at
Sounds
Cottonwood, and then
like
during jump
slugs.
training, we had to like jump up the hill, and so we'd like get like the ice blocks and like hold them in our shirt to keep us going while we're broad jumping up this hill.
You need that with the ram costume.
Ice
block.
Carson, you want to get some ice blocks?
No, I'm allergic to the cold.
Oh, I forgot about that. Tell everybody.
Yeah. So like when I get submerged in cold water, or like it rains, cold rain, like gets me all welts all over my skin and everything. And there was this one time I went to Elages and they don't heat their water. So I went on one slide, welts all over my legs because I was submerged in the water. I went into shock and I was like out for like a couple seconds, and like my mom rushed me to the medical tent. And here's the funny part. So I was like out of it. I was it was like close to death, I guess.
That's the funny part. That's the funny part.
No. And then like the guy working at the thing was like, so my dad was yelling at him, he needs medicine, get him something. And he's like, sir, it's gonna be $5. And he's like, I don't care if it's $500, get him something. Get him, yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
capitalism.
yeah, exactly.
This man is dying.
Sir,
Could I have a down payment?
You can do 4 payments of $5, or you can do $20.
What is it? 4 payments of 5. The time that you're at the amusement park, though.
Yeah.
So you're like in the middle of a roller coaster. They stop it. Could I get the $5 payment from Carsen
They come over the
Bruns?
loudspeaker.
We have to get it before you can ride. I'm sorry.
You're at the top of the log flume ride.
Yeah,
There's
you're
a guy
about
sitting
to
up there just
stop it.
asking for tickets.
Like at the very end, or like they stop it when you're upside down.
Yeah. You're on the swing ride. You're like all the way up in the high in the air. A drone just comes up. It's hovering with you. Carsen Bruns, please give us $5 for the ride to continue.
Man, Ela just slaps. I
We should
love
go
that
to
place.
Delicious. Let's all
Yeah,
go.
Did they move it yet? I know they were moving it to build
No.
more
Yeah, but
apartment
she only
buildings.
keeps-
Briar
one
Fest
last
next
summer.
fall.
Dude,
We should all go together.
Briar Fest
I
is so
walked
much
to
fun.
Briar Fest.
I did too because I live really close.
I was closer than you though.
Okay, what kind of competition is this?
I live under the church.
Wow, I have to do less exercise than you.
I
In
live
the
at
church
the
basement.
school.
No, under the church, like in a hole.
Yeah.
With the rabbits.
In my little burrow.
In my burrow. Me, Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit. Oh, you
Like-
drink water.
I love Briar Fest, like the big huge ride that they have there. So fun.
I've always wanted to ride the one that spins you and goes on the wall.
Starship.
It's just
Fun.
been, the line's always too long. I'm like, it's not worth it.
I literally felt so sick coming out of it, but it was still
I
so
feel sick
fun.
talking about it.
I like
like-
the one that goes like this and then eventually it like swings you around.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
like,
the big
is it like
one.
the is that like the skateboard one, or am I thinking of Delicious?
No,
No,
I
you're
think
thinking of the
Elitches.
Elitches.
The one
That's
where
the
you're,
one I-
it's like hanging and it has a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
That
that
was
one.
so fun.
That's-
and
I
I
got
get
with
such a
somebody's
rush.
mom once.
That skateboard ride is the only one I can't do. Like, I can do it, it's just really harsh. Like that
Yeah.
skateboard ride, because there's nothing on the axis, like, holding you when you go, so you'll be up and, like, you'll be or perpendicular with the ground, and you'll just be going like this.
Yeah.
It's like you're living out your childhood dream of going all the way over in the swings.
Okay, true.
I know, like I the skateboard ride is probably my favorite ride. Like that one or a Reminder Race.
I love the boomerang ride because you go
Boomerang's
through
my
the
favorite.
queue line, so you can
Oh, yeah.
scream something as you're going through it. So like we go up to the top. One time, me and my dad, we went down. We were like, "Oh, a penny!" As we went through.
I like those rides where you just like drop
Oh,
Yeah,
drop
like
downs are
Tower
so
Two.
fun.
and then you're exposed. So and it feels like you're swinging because the ride is so tall.
Oh, yeah.
And then you wait there, and then the like speaker stops, and you're like, "Am I supposed to be going down?" Because the like thing that was talking is done.
Yeah.
And you wait like 10 seconds, and you're just waiting. And you're like, "Is the ride broken?" And then it drops, and you're like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
it gives, that's the worst part of the ride. The ride is not the fun part of the ride is not the actual drop. It's the anticipation of the drop.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about all rides.
Yeah.
Like standing in the queue line, going, "I'm gonna die today. I'm gonna die, guys." That's the most fun part.
So what we do on the drop rides, so you're sitting there and then you put 2 coins, like you have done the coin thing.
And
That's
they
so much
float.
fun.
What is
Also
it?
very dangerous. So,
Oh, yeah, I've
put
never
2
seen
coins
them
on your
come
knees,
down.
and then like when you drop, you can see them floating above your eyes, and they'll come right down back on your knees.
Yeah, that's how I broke both my knees. I used rocks.
You use sledgehammers.
Bricks.
How'd you get those on the ride? They're just like, "Yeah, I'm just bringing these along." You're like, "It's cool."
Don't
Construction.
worry about me.
Is that a sledgehammer
corporate.
in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
It's a sledgehammer.
It's a sledgehammer. Yeah, I'm actually on the
I'm
construction
just
worker.
gonna go bang up on things up there.
It's good.
I know somebody who actually got stuck on the tower dune, like when they were like up there.
I can't
like
imagine
the
that.
ride like broke down and they got stuck. They were out there for like 45 minutes.
But they have good emergency brakes. Like they
Yeah.
have stuff to keep you up there. You're not gonna fall.
I know,
Gonna
but like
die.
it was so hot, and so they were like on like this big huge ladders, like bringing them water.
I guess heat does rise. So
Have you guys ever been to like King's Dominion in Virginia?
I've never.
Oh my
I've
gosh,
never
that's
been.
that's another Six Flags, and
I love Six Flags.
this roller coaster is what like got me into like being such an adrenaline junkie. It's called the Intimidator 305 because the drop is straight down from 305 feet. So like they like shoot
a lot
you
of
up
feet.
and then you're going down, and it was so
That
fun. And
sounds
that's what
super
got me
fun.
into roller
The
coasters.
Six Flags in Chicago, I went, and they have the Gladiator, which has a 90-degree drop straight down, but it's a wooden coaster.
I hate wooden coasters. One time
That
I was
was
on
the
one and the
harshest
person in
ride
front of
I've
me
ever
got a
done.
nosebleed 'cause they like
Did it?
jolted
Oh yeah.
and hit their head on something. I don't know.
Do you guys
Yeah.
ever scream in the tunnel at the
Yeah,
in the
always.
Twister at Six Flags, like where you scream as loud as you possibly can?
Yeah.
And now an audio demonstration.
The one in Chicago, is that the one with like the Superman where like you're like on and they like
Yeah, and they
it's
like
a
strap you
and-
like
yeah,
long
and you're
ways.
like that. Yeah.
I didn't do that one solely because I can't do that.
We literally waited
They have that
2
in
hours in that line to go do that ride.
I love
long
stingrays' faces.
Yeah.
They look like they're smiling.
Yeah, when we went to Cayman Island, like when we went to Grand Cayman, we went to like the little sandbar and we like took jet skis out there. Like that was really fun.
Did you crash
And,
it like Kanye?
No, actually. But me and my dad were going pretty fast. Anyway, so our tour guide, he was insane. Like he would tackle these stingrays and like let us like hold them.
I will
and pet
never forgive Stingrays for what they did to my boy Steve Irwin. I'm forever mad at Stingrays.
But yeah, they're really
Taser
cute.
napkins.
But yeah, then he like
These are napkins.
yeah, but then he'd like lift him up and they'd have like this cute little face.
Their faces are uncanny. Like they it almost brings me into the uncanny valley for me. I can't look at them for too long. It's weird.
But yeah, like when you're, he like let us like hold the stingrays, so like you're like holding it like this, but then you're like rubbing the bottom, and that's what gets them to like relax. But then you have to do like this stingray salsa to like keep its nose at your belly, so like you have to be like moving around,
Start
like, with your hand like that.
Yeah, because you don't want to get stabbed in the stomach by a
I'm
stingray.
pretty sure their stingers were like removed, like the things that like
Oh,
actually shock you.
what is it
Oh,
called?
the
So the
barbs.
Yeah. So
What is it called?
It's called something.
Poison.
It's a barb.
Oh yeah.
Barb?
Yeah. Barbara.
Barbara.
They removed the barbers.
They remove all the barbers?
All the barbers.
I made friends with them. They have like an albino one, and it was so
Yeah, they have
sexy.
stingrays in a baseball team. I couldn't
oh
remember
yeah,
it fast
the
enough.
Rays. We went,
I couldn't think of the joke fast enough.
Yeah, we actually went to that to a Tampa Bay's Raid game like when we came back from our cruise.
So they
Yeah,
have
I have stingrays in my basement.
Under
Oh
the
my God,
church.
can I bet that?
Carson, you have stingrays in the church's basement too? Wait, how deep is your basement if you live in the basement of the church? Like 5 feet.
About as
You can't
deep
have
as
Like this deep.
Yeah, my basement's the size of Las Vegas. Not gonna lie.
It is.
Now I don't
Just one
mean
day, like when Briarfest comes back, it's just gonna collapse.
it's gonna be a sinkhole. You're gonna come out
And then you're-
the
Run out carrying a
Underminer.
stingray. Get some water.
Guys.
You put it in with the thing where you toss the balls into the goldfish things. And you're like, dump out all the water. I need to.
He just throws into the lemonade machine that they have. This is good. It'll work for a second.
That's my
The
plan.
dunk
now.
tank.
That's my plan, so I can get all the little kids their prizes. with all the havoc, they can just.
Did you guys hear the new Olivia Rodrigo album that came out?
I have like
What a legend.
2 songs on that album. I haven't heard too many of the rest.
What
It's
songs
just
did you
'cause
listen
it's
to?
like- What?
What songs did you listen to?
I listened to Good For You and Driver's License.
Carson, will you ask me out and then break up with me so I can leave? Like full of
Yeah, ready? We're gonna do it right here on the podcast.
Hey.
Hey,
Marry me.
Yes.
We're getting divorced. Here's the papers.
That reminds me of the Kim Kardashian thing. I lost my diamond earring.
people are dying, Kim.
That's so funny.
I love the Kardashians.
The one,
But-
yeah, the one that I quote like on a daily basis is like when people are holding something cute, and I'm like,
Is that a chicken?
nobody gets it. Nobody gets it.
Kylie Jenner's
so funny.
hilarious.
Oh,
She's
man.
the youngest billionaire.
Really? How
But
old
does
is
she deserve to be a billionaire though?
No.
She asked people for
Okay.
money to become a billionaire.
All of those kids got
Yeah, she's
marketed
like,
into
"Donate
millionaires,
to
and I
me."
think it's great.
Oh, did you see when
I
she
think
was
that
like,
Kris Jenner's a genius.
She
for
is.
making
I
that
watched
really
one
good.
episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's all about Kris Jenner wanting to be on Broadway, and her agent was like, "No, you can't be on Broadway." And she's like, "I really want to be on Broadway."
did you see the thing that Kylie Jenner's personal assistant or something got cancer, and instead of giving her money, she was like, "Can you guys donate for my personal assistant so she can battle
Yeah,
cancer?"
I saw that.
I cannot
You're literally
understand
doing it.
how she can do that.
And people were still obsessed with her.
Also, did you see that Kanye West speech where he was talking about how Lady Gaga's the, like, what is it? The
CEO of
Polaroid?
Polaroid. What
Yeah.
you know about
You know
cameras?
about cameras.
I love Lady Gaga. Gaga. Like I'm so that's my guilty pleasure.
Falling off though.
Yeah.
She
When
has.
was the
No,
last
she
time?
didn't. She had
Psycho.
a star. Wait, is it Stars?
Star
Born?
is
Is
Born.
that
Oh my
the
gosh, that
movie?
movie's so good.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bawl when I watch it. Like, oh my gosh.
I just know Rocky Raccoon was
Remember her
there. So.
meat suit?
Yummy.
I know she's such an icon.
When she
I love her.
had Cher, who was vegan, hold her meat purse.
Thank you so much for listening to the Human Talk podcast. A big thank you to Carsen, Grace, Kylie, and Kari. I had an awesome time, you guys. If you enjoyed, remember to tune in next time for more Human Talk.
Wait a minute. Wait. You had to be human to be on this podcast?